So this is how you make really nice equations in a Google Doc. To be honest, sometimes it takes a little bit of getting used to. So what you can do is you can actually, I'm just going to go ahead and zoom my page in so you can see. Usually your font starts at 11. When you're inserting equations, I would do a little bit of a bigger font, maybe 14 or even maybe 16. And I'm just going to play with it around with it, and you can see kind of how I make this look really nice on my tasks. So if I go to insert and I insert an equation, so you really got to choose what you'd like. So you've got different operations here. These are the basics. You probably won't use so much. But let's go ahead and just look at maybe solving a problem. So if I have 2x plus 5y equals 11, and I want to solve this, I want to show it solving. The fastest way, what you can do is if you actually take this and copy it and paste it below, now I'm going to show my next steps, right? Which would of course be subtracting 11 from both sides. And then once I've subtracted 11 from both sides, right, that would, subtract 5 from both sides. So once I've done that, my next step will be, it's going to equal 6, okay? I'm going to copy and paste this. And then once I've divided 2 by both sides, my next step will say that x equals 3. So this is absolutely valid. You can do something like this. It shows me that you know what you're doing mathematically. And then once you're finished, you can take it and put it in the center, and that will make it look really, really nice in your task. So something that's a little bit more difficult to do is when we insert an equation, and I'm going to do some more difficult operations. So what I find to be a little bit annoying is when you have to do a fraction. So let's say you've got x plus 5, and I just clicked on this, and then I clicked below it, divided by 7, and I'm going to push the side arrow right now, and I'm going to push equals to keep it all one equation. And then maybe you've got another fraction, so I need to insert another fraction. So while we're working with proportions, this might come in handy. And I've now clicked below, oops. And you'll see that you just kind of have to play around with it a little bit. But if I'm going to be solving this, or I want to repeat this in any way, the fastest thing to do is just, again, copy and paste it and reuse it. Now, the more you use this, the better you guys will get at it. You really just have to practice it. And so if I want to continue to solve this, I know I can use cross multiplication. So I'm going to do 2 times 7. And as you notice, see how the fractions are a little bit smaller than the others? What I usually like to do is I like to change this font. And you have to change the font before you actually do the equation. Insert equation. And I like to change the font actually before I even start. And so then what we can show the setup of this problem. And it looks really nice and organized. And then I can show my next steps. And instead of redoing everything, I'm just going to copy and paste and delete and add some of my next steps in. Copy, paste. This is going to be 3x plus 15, if you remember your distributive property, right? And then so you can just show the steps in this way, and then you can center it. And that's how I make the equations look really nice when I'm doing or writing an investigation.